Mama. In today's 30-minute yoga practice, we are going to be working on really rooting down and standing in our power. Right, this week as we're working on discovering and uncovering sort of our limiting beliefs that are holding us back, from our dreams. And right, it's a process to sort of shift through these limiting beliefs, find clarity in what they actually are, and let them go, and sort of instill in us more powerful, positive beliefs that are going to support us on our journey. So today's class is going to be a mix of yin and yang, I guess we could say. It's going to be, in the beginning, we're going to do a sequence that really invites and evokes feelings of power and strength. And then at the end, we're really going to come into the yin part of just really sort of relaxing, releasing, and letting go. So just notice what comes up with this practice, because we're going to be doing some standing postures and some balancing postures. And these can also be very challenging. So I really invite you to be curious and follow your mind and follow the mind, as you go through this practice. When you come up to something challenging, does your inner voice start to pipe in? Does your inner critic maybe start to creep in? If you fall out of a balancing pose, what happens? What do you say to yourself internally, right? Don't worry. Don't worry if you fall out of balancing poses. I fall out of balancing poses all the time. I might even today in the practice, you never know. But so it can be wonderful as well to see where the mind goes when we are brought up against challenges, when we are in difficult situations, when we do maybe fall out of a pose. What do we tend to think, right? And this is in some way really connected to our limiting beliefs based around fear of, I can't do this, I'm not enough, I don't have the knowledge, right? And know that we all have the same fears, right? No fear is unique to you, especially in motherhood. We all have them, the exact same thing. So anything you're feeling, it's no different than what I'm feeling, than the other mothers who are watching this video. We all feel it. But over time and over practice, they're always going to be there, but we can learn how to maybe silence them. And especially with our beliefs, we can always change. We can always change. We can always let them go and bring in more beliefs. So use today's practice in this way to explore. Find your power within the yang part of the class. Really find this power, and watch the mind as you go through the poses, and then really come into the yin section at the end to just release and let go and surrender. All right, so with that, we're going to begin standing. Coming to the tops of our mat. We're going to start with the feet together. So once again, noticing our alignment. So the center line of the feet coming up through the legs. Grounding down through the four corners, wrapping the muscle, hugging the muscle onto the bone. Thighs are engaged, activating our core set muscles, pulling the belly in and lifting from below. Letting the shoulders relax away from the ears. Send that energy out through the fingertips, press out through the crown of the head, mountain. And just take a moment and close the eyes. Feeling strong. Feeling solid, unwavering. Gently opening the eyes. Inhale, reach the arms out and up, palms facing towards each other. Relax the shoulders, maybe lift the gaze. Extended mountain. Now we're going to keep the arms up. Let the gaze come forward and we're going to bend into the hips. So really squeeze the knees together, squeeze the inner thighs. Let the hips come back. Hug in through the core. This is going to help support the back. Keep the arms up, chair pose. Grounding down through the feet. This pose takes a lot of trust in yourself, in your legs, supporting yourself, believing in yourself. You can do it. One more breath here. Next, inhale, ground down, push the floor away. Coming back into extended mountain, look up. Exhale, swan dive forward, let the hips come back. Arms out to the sides, forward fold. Bend into the knees if you need, let the crown come to the floor. Inhale, hands come to shins, straighten the legs, lift the gaze forward, coming into halfward lift. Exhaling, fold, hands come down, stepping our right foot back into lunge, making sure left knee is over the left ankle. Taking a moment here, really kick back through that right heel. Have the right hamstring lift up towards the ceiling. Feeling the power in the legs, feeling grounded. Next, exhale, drop the right knee down to the mat. Top of the foot comes to the floor. Scissor the legs towards each other, so pull that right knee forward, left heel back, hugging onto the center. Inhale, bring the arms out and up, coming into crescent lunge. Inhale, lengthening through the side bodies. Exhale, softening down into the hips. Inhale, energy moving up and out. Exhale, soften, release, down. One more breath here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lowering the hands down. Tuck the right toes under, lift the right knee up. Stepping the left foot back, coming into plank. Hands and wrists under the shoulders, fingertips spread. Kick back through the heels. Fire up the core. Don't collapse into the shoulders. Press down, protract the shoulders onto the back. Breathe. The more you press down into the hands and out the heels, the lighter you become. Feel your strength, feel your power. One more breath. Exhale, lowering knees, chest, chin down to the mat, inchworm. Inhale, tops the feet to the floor. Slide the belly through, roll the shoulders back, baby cobra. Now really tuck the pelvis, so feel the pubic bone coming into the mat. Keep the tops of the feet onto the floor. Lift the hands, strengthen the back. Use the back muscles. One more breath. Exhale, lowering the hands down. Keep the elbows in by the rib cage. Press back to the knees. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips up. Downward facing dog. One more breath here. Grounding down into the left foot. Inhale. Reach that right heel up towards the sky, coming into three-legged dog. Keep the hips squared, but really press out through that right heel. Melt the heart. One more breath. On the exhale, bend the right knee, curl it in through the center. Work the core. Use the core, stepping our right foot through. In between the hands, lunge. Pausing here, right knee over the right ankle. Kick back out through that left heel. Next inhale, left foot forward to meet the right. Coming into halfway lift. Back straight, gaze forward. Exhale, forward fold, bending the knees if we need. Next inhale, sit into the seat. Squeeze the inner thighs together. Inhale, reaching our arms back out and up. Coming into our chair pose. Exhale, straightening the legs, palms together, hands down through heart. Releasing the hands to the side. Other side. So coming back into our mountain pose. Aligning the feet, hugging the muscle onto the bone. Activating our lower level abdominal muscles. So really hugging in and up as if we're trying to zip up a tight pair of pants. Shoulders down, fingertips electric. Chest lifts, press up through the crown. Closing the eyes, finding your power, your beauty, your strength, just like a mountain. Opening the eyes, inhale, arms reach out and up. Palms facing each other, lift the gaze. Extended mountain. Exhale, really squeeze the inner thighs and knees together as we sit back, coming into our chair pose. Try to keep the shoulders back as much as we can to keep that heart space open, hugging in through the core. Use that core to support the back, maybe sitting back a little bit further, trusting yourself, trusting your legs, knowing you can do it. One more breath. Good. Inhale, grounding down, growing back into your extended mountain. Look up. Exhale, hips come back, tilt the pelvis forward, swan dive forward, coming into forward fold, releasing the crown to the floor, bending the knees if we need. Inhale, hands to shins, gaze forward, straighten the legs, halfway lift. Exhaling, fold, bend the knees down if we need, stepping the left foot back into lunge, pausing here, checking our alignment, right knee over the right ankle. Kick back through that left heel, lift this left thigh up, hamstring coming towards the sky. One more breath here. Good. Inhale, stepping that right foot back, feet are hip width apart, coming into our plank. Fingertips wide, wrists under shoulders, grounding down. Press your energy into the ground. Feel how that lifts you up. Kick out through the heels. Feel weightless, feel effortless, feel strong, feel your power. One more breath. Exhale, lowering, knees, chest, chin, down to the mat, elbows in by the rib cage. Tops of the feet to the floor, belly slides through, roll the shoulders back down the spine, baby cobra. Once again, let's straighten the back. So really tuck the pelvis, pubic into the floor, tops of the feet in the floor, lift the hands. Breathe. Exhale, drop the hands down. Press back, keep the elbows in by the rib cage, tuck the toes. Lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Bending the knees if you need to really lift the sit bones to the sky. Grounding down through the hands, melting the heart. One more breath here. Right. Checking in with our alignment. Yeah. Okay, next exhale, lower the left knee down, top of the foot to the floor. Scissor the legs towards each other. Inhale, lift the arms out and up, coming into our crescent lunge. Inhale, lengthening through the side bodies, sending that energy up. Exhaling, softening down through the hips, letting the energy go down. Inhaling, keeping the chest space open, keeping the heart nice and open. Exhale, soften. One more breath here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lowering the hands down. Curling the left toe under, lift the left knee up, lunge. Stepping the right foot back, coming into plank. Exhale, lowering knees, chest, chin down to the mat, inchworm. Inhale, tops of the feet to the floor, slide the belly through, roll the shoulders back, baby cobra. Tucking the pubic bone, pressing the legs down into the floor, lift the hands, work the back. Exhale, hands down, pressing back to the knees, elbows in by the rib cage, tuck the toes, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Bend the knees, really lift the sit bones towards the sky. Press down through the hands, through the fingertips, melt the heart, let the gaze go between the feet. Maybe lengthening the heels down towards the mat. Next inhale, grounding down into the right foot, lift the left foot up towards the sky, heel to the sky, toe flex down towards the ground. Keeping the hips squared here.
Grounding down through both hands equally. One more breath, three-legged dog. The exhale, bend that left knee. Pull it in through the chest. Shift the weight, shoulders over the wrist. Step the left foot through. Left knee over the left ankle, lunge. Kick back through that right heel. Feel the left leg shooting forward, right leg energy going back. One more breath here, lunge. Inhale, right foot coming forward to meet the left, hands to shins, halfway lift, back straight. Exhale, forward fold, bending the knees if you need. Now next, inhale, really bend the knees, squeeze the inner thighs together, knees coming together, in, arms reaching out and up, coming into our chair pose. Legs active, sit a little bit lower, keep the chest open, fingertips reaching up. And exhale, standing up. Palms coming down through heart center, closing the eyes a moment. Just noticing the quality of the breath. Letting the heartbeat lower. Taking one more breath here. And releasing the hands and slowly opening the eyes. Good. Give yourself a little wiggle, give yourself a little kick. Excellent. Now we're going to do tree pose. So one-legged balancing posture. Grounding down into the left foot. So I want you to lift all the left toes off the mat. And when you do that, feel how that lifts the left arch, and you can feel that connection behind the big toe mound, pinky toe mound, and outer edges of the heels. Keeping that, lower the pinky, the ring, the middle, the pointer, and the big toe. Seeing if we can spread our feet out wide, creating a nice large base for us. Feel free to bring the hands on the hips. Maybe to start, we keep that right toe on the ground. We're gonna externally rotate this right hip. So option one, right toe on the ground, right heel to the inner calf. Option two, maybe the inner sole of the right foot can come up to the calf. Option three, maybe we can lift it up to the inner thigh. We just do not want here on the knee. So if this is too uncomfortable, you put it down to the calf. Picking one spot on the floor about 3 to 4 feet in front of you, letting the gaze be soft, hugging in, using the lower level abdominals, putting on those tight pairs of pants, using our core. Really ground down through that left foot and feel the inner leg and the sole of the foot, the right foot, pressing into each other, counter contraction. Inhale, maybe we lift the hands out and up, growing our branches. Root to rise, grow your roots, right? Our roots are our stability. Our roots are our foundation. Finding strength within this. Seeing the roots grow as deep as they need to grow. And then maybe our branches begin to sway. Maybe we begin to let those dead leaves go, right? Letting those dead leaves go that are no longer serving our tree, shifting through the seasons, just as we're shifting now, right? Change is coming. Just notice if we fall out, that's okay. We just get right back in, taking your time, noticing where your inner dialogue goes if you fall out. Right, becoming aware, letting go. One more breath here. Bringing your arms back up, palms together. Exhale, lowering the hands down through heart center. Exhale, releasing the hands down, releasing the right leg down. Giving yourself a little kick, giving yourself a little twist. And switching sides. Grounding down, shifting the weight to the right foot. Lift the right toes up. Feel that connection through the four corners of the feet, behind the big toe mound, pinky, outer edges of the heels. Feel the inner sole lifting, the inner arch, lifting. With awareness and control, lower the pinky toe, then the ring toe, then the middle toe, pointer, and big toe, and really try to spread those toes out wide on the mat, creating a nice platform. And with standing postures, it's important that we don't hyperextend into the leg. So really wrap the muscle onto the bone. Keep the muscles active. It might feel really hard, but this is because we're used to hanging out into the joints. So really focus, especially on this thigh. Keep it nice and strong. So if you need to, keep tapping it. Say, hey, you there? All right, we're going to externally rotate the left thigh. Option 1, left toes on the ground, left heel to the right inner ankle. Hands can be on the hips to start. Option 2, maybe the foot comes up to the inner calf. Option 3, maybe we come up to the inner thigh. And maybe you're at a different option on each leg. That's okay too, just notice. And then pick one point 3 to 4 feet in front of you. Focus that gaze and grow. Press down through the four corners of the feet, really growing your roots. Remember, the more you press down, the further you grow your roots, the more your tree can grow. Inhale, let's grow our tree, reaching our hands out and up. Using the core muscles to support the spine. Letting your tree grow even higher. Press down, reach up. Feeling strong. If you fall out, just noticing, where did the mind go? What happened? Did we lose concentration? Maybe a muscle? It's okay. Getting back in. Maybe we begin to let our trees blow in the wind, the gentle breeze. Letting go of all of the debris, all of the old leaves, dry, brittle. Making room for fresh leaves, new life to come. Get rid of it, anything, just really using this opportunity, let it go. Excellent, grounding back down. Inhale, growing up one more time. Exhale, bringing the palms together. Exhale, lowering the hands down through heart center. Releasing the left leg down. Give yourself a little shake. Good job. Shake it out, shake it out. All right, one more standing pose. So standing head to knee. We're gonna shift our weight back to the left foot. So grounding down through the four corners of the feet. Hands to the hips. Now option 1, we're going to keep the right knee bent. And you'll just grab from the outside. So I'm gonna recommend, we're gonna do this 2 times. So this first time we're all gonna do option 1, actually. So once again, holding here, keep the shoulders down so we don't wanna feel as if we're rounding forward like this. So if you need, you can also hold under the thigh, if that's a little bit easier, if you can't really get the knee up to the chest, okay? So maybe we're also here. Grounding down, activating that core. Picking one spot, 3 to 4 feet in front of you. Gaze is soft. The next breath, we're going to open this right hip. Letting the foot come out. Keeping the right toes flexed. So don't let the foot hang down. Keep those toes flexed. Keep it active. Keep the shoulders up and back. Maybe you want to let this left hand come out, thumb facing up. Want a little bit more of a challenge? Maybe you let the gaze come out over the left thumb. If you fall out, it's okay. Just taking your time to get back in. Maybe bringing the gaze back forward. Let the hand come back down to the hip. Bringing the right knee back in front. Right hand to the hip. We're going to straighten that right leg. Point the toes. Point the toes. Hug in through the center. Don't fall back. Hug in. Make the leg work for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower. Feel that strength. Feel that power. Shake it out. Other side. Grounding down into the right foot now. Hands coming to hips. Begin to lift the left knee. Bending the left knee. Maybe grabbing out around from the shin or under the thigh. Keeping this left shoulder soft. Picking one spot on the floor to focus the gaze. Really hugging in through these corset muscles. We need a nice strong core to support our balance. And checking in with that thigh. Make sure we're not going into the knee. We're not falling into the joint. So activate that thigh. Pressing down into the foot. Hug the muscle onto the bone. Next inhale, begin to externally rotate the thigh out to the side. Keeping those left toes flexed. Keeping the shoulders soft away from the ears. Maybe we want to release the right hand out to the side, thumb facing upwards. A little bit extra challenge. Slowly, maybe we send the gaze out to the right. One more breath. Slowly bringing the gaze back forward, hand to hip. Bringing that left foot back in front. Other left hand to hip. Point and straighten the left leg. Point. Fire up. Use the core. Fire up the leg. We can do it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Shake it out. All right. And if your leg is here and not up here, that's fine, right? Feel the strength within your own body. It doesn't matter here or here. Our bodies are still doing the same effort. I promise you. I promise you. Okay. All right. Now we're going to do that one more time. You have the option to either stay with the first option that we just did, or if you've been practicing for a while and hamstrings are a bit open, you'll go for option 2. So grounding down to the left foot, 4 corners of the left foot, bending the right foot up. Option 1, to stay and do option 1 again. If we're going to go for option 2, we're going to grab the big toe with the right peace fingers, bring the shoulders up and back. Then, focusing on one point on the floor, 3 to 4 feet in front of you. On the exhale, begin to kick out through the right heel. Trying to keep the shoulders back in line. Then slowly opening up to the side. Bringing that left hand out to counterbalance. Maybe shifting the gaze. Using our core. Bringing the gaze back forward. Letting the hand come back down. Right foot back in front. Release. Point for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Okay. All right, one more side. Grounding down through the right foot, 4 corners of the feet. Hands to hips, bending up that left leg. So maybe we stay and we do the option 1 again. If we're going for option 2, grabbing from the inside with our peace fingers, the left big toe. Bring the shoulders back. Next exhale, begin to kick out through the left heel. gaze 3 to 4 feet in front of you, soft. Maybe we begin to externally rotate the thigh. Keep kicking out through the heel. Toes flex back, bringing that right hand out to counterbalance. Maybe the gaze shifts. One more breath here. We're bringing that left leg back out in front. Hands to hips, point the toe. Slowly lower down. Shake it out, good job. And making our way down to the mat. So let the knees come up, feet down on the mat, about hip width apart. We're just gonna slowly lower down, working a bit our stomach muscles. So letting the palms face up, shoulders back. We're gonna roll down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming down. Walking the heels in, closer to the bum. Crossing the right leg over the left. And just letting the legs drop down to the left side. Either keeping the back of the head connected to the mat, or maybe it feels good to let the right ear drop down towards the mat, looking out over the right palm. Just closing the eyes here. Coming in to the yin part of the class. Seeing if you can relax the body. Relax the muscles. Letting gravity twist the body out. Twists are great to detox, to release, to let go. So letting go of anything that is holding us back from tapping into our true power, from tapping back from our inner power. One more breath here. Inhale, bringing the back of the head down to the mat. Use the core to lift the legs back up through center. Unwinding the right, crossing over the left. Letting the knees fall down to the right. Maybe letting the head roll to the left, looking out over the left palm, or keeping the eyes closed. Trying to keep both of the shoulders down on the mat. Just noticing. Can we relax? Can we surrender just a little bit more? Letting go. Feeling supported. Trusting the earth below. Wringing ourselves out after our practice. After the next exhale, gently bringing the back of the head back on the mat. Bringing the knees back up through center. Uncrossing the left leg. Just letting the arms fall out to cactus. Maybe letting the knees gently windshield wiper back and forth a few times, releasing anything in the lower spine. closing the eyes here, letting the gaze turn inwards. And once you come back to center, just letting the legs go out long now. Letting the toes fall out, heels fall in, bringing the arms down. Lift the right shoulder up, bring it down the back. Lift the left shoulder up, bring it down the back. Palms facing up. Just really feeling the body melt into the ground. As you relax the toes, feet, ankles, calves, shins, backs of the knees, the thighs, glutes, hips, all the levels of the core, the back muscles, the chest, shoulders, biceps, triceps, forearms, wrist, palms, and fingertips, just letting it all go. Relaxing the throat, back of the neck, letting the back of the head melt into the mat. Softening the forehead, relaxing the spot in between the eyebrows, eyes sinking back into their sockets, heavy. Jaw relaxes. Tip of the tongue falls away from the roof of the mouth. Maybe the lips part. And finding stillness here, if you can, for at least up to 5 minutes. Giving your body the opportunity to restore, rejuvenate, to heal itself after today's powerful practice.
Thank you for practicing with me today. I look forward to practicing with you again real soon.
Namaste.